We're here today to talk about Jiffy pellets and rock wool for seed germination. On my right, probably your left, Jiffy pellets, compressed peat pellets, completely dry, and on my left, probably your right, rock wool. Now, rock wool is inert and sterile, which means we have to supplement it with nutrient and also pH adjusted water to compensate its own consistency. Now, Jiffy pellets on the other hand has got everything you could require for seed germination or for even taking cuttings, apart from the essential part, which is obviously water. There's enough nutrient in there, there's enough compost in there to keep a cutting or a seedling going until it's got a good healthy root system. Jiffy pellets are ideal for beginners, completely and utterly, due to the fact that all you have to do is soak them in water. Now the key to Jiffy pellets is only to soak them for approximately 5 minutes. Now that's dependent on how hot or how cold the water is. If it's very warm water, it takes less time. If it's very cold water, it takes more time. Now what we do is, as soon as that Jiffy pellet is swollen to its potential, I'll pull it out to show you exactly how swollen it should be. The key with Jiffy pellets is do not over soak them. I cannot stress that more. If you over soak a Jiffy pellet, they end up waterlogged. When they're waterlogged, if you put a seedling in, the seedling will germinate or the cutting will take, but because they're so waterlogged, no air to the root system, and the root system will starve, resulting in possibly a dead plant. If not a dead plant, a very stressed plant. Now, we'll let the Jiffy go in the background while I talk you through rock wool. Now this is the more professional way to cultivate seedlings or cuttings, but it takes a few variables to iron out before you get it absolutely right. Now rock wool on its own with plain water wouldn't be good enough. You have to supplement it with nutrient, and then you have to pH adjust the water and the nutrient solution to compensate its own consistency, which we're going to do right now. Now, an ideal nutrient to use for seedlings or cuttings is one called Formalex. Now, Formalex is superb. It's tailor-made for rock wool cultivation. However, any grow A and B nutrient will suffice, as long as you make it up to a weak CF level. Now, CF, TDS, ppm, they're all measurements to verify the electrical conductivity of the nutrients in the water. In layman's terms, it means how strong the food is in the water, how strong your nutrient is. Now, Formalex is designed already to be very low in the EC value. Okay, it comes with full instructions on the back and tells you the dilution ratio. Now, you can follow that to the T and you'll end up in the right ballpark. What we are going to use, being more professional, are meters. Now, we have a pH meter and we have a CF meter, also called a TDS meter, also called a ppm meter. It's the same thing, it just measures how strong the nutrient is in the solution. I've just poured approximately 4 litres of water into this container for you to be able to see. Now, what we've basically got to do is raise or add enough Formalex into the solution to bring the CF level up to approximately 12. Okay, anywhere between 10 and 12 will suffice. But what is a good practice to do before adding any nutrient to your stock solution is just to test, before you do so, the conductivity factor of the water without any nutrients in it at all. Now, it's giving me a reading of 4. I say, okay, that's a TDS level of 4. What that means is there's basically a conductivity factor of 4, which is dissolved salts into the water already, but that is what they would call blind water or duff. The salts it's gathered are actually dead salts. So it's given us a reading of 4. Well, that 4 is actually misleading us because it has no usable nutrient in there because it's dead already. Okay, so we have to make a note that that's reading 4 and add that to the equation. Now 4 is quite high, so we always recommend halving the background nutrient reading and adding that to your stock solution. So if you're looking for a CF of 12 for the background for the rock wool, you want to add another 2 to the equation because we've already got 4 in the water, but that's 4 of dead salts. Okay. Now, to put that in English, we've got food in the water which is unusable food. What we're going to do is add food to the water. Now this pen reads exactly how much unusable salts are in the water. So what we've got to do is take that and compensate against how much of this we put in. In so doing, it's reading 4, we're going to say, okay, it's misleading us by 2 because we're halving the original amount just to make sure that we're in the right ballpark. If you overfeed in hydroponics, you end up coming unstuck. If you underfeed, you always have a result. So always do everything by half and then look to step up.